Nestled between Mutare, Rusape and Nyanga in the eastern highlands of Manicaland lies Milestone College, a school that has defied expectations and achieved international success in robotics, putting itself, Manicaland, and the country on the map. Amid a lot of challenges, a group of 10 students, led by their physics teacher, Mr. Stuart Mderere, formed the Robotics and Space Exploration Club in 2022 with a shared passion for innovation.
The club was started in September 2022 with a group of 10 enthusiastic learners and 2 teachers. By then, we had no equipment, so it was more of robotics theory. Up until a time when the school administration came up with a funding for the club, where we managed to grab 20 kits, 20 robotics kits for the students. So from there, our students started to design, assemble, and program robots. With the help of my HOD, Mr. Matizwa, the students would meet weekly to discuss their visions and goals for the club.
The club, which has over the past 2 years grown to a membership of more than 40 students, most of whom were females, had just 1 year to prepare for greatness, but their hard work and dedication led to remarkable achievements, including international titles and recognition.
Come 2023, we started participating in local competitions, Africa Science Baskers, Zimbabwean Science Fair, where we got some accolades. Our team won a prize to go to South Africa for the South African Youth Engineering and Science Symposium, where we had Tinawimbo Dasara scooping a silver medal. From there, we had a group of students who went to Singapore to represent the country in the first Global Robotics Challenge. First Global is the largest robotics competition in the world, where we saw 196 countries participating in the event. From there, we went on to Italy, the first challenge, where we had a massive achievement. We grabbed the gold medal, and basically we are saying we are now the world champions in robotics.
Although they received the robot kit few days before the competition, they managed to make it to Italy with their beautiful smiles. Their next milestone is to promote FTC competition in their home country. Congratulations to team 24855, 10th School Milestone College, all the way out from Zimbabwe. All right, looks like they're gonna stay for pictures. Congratulations, team 24855, 10 World Milestone from Harare, HA, Zimbabwe.
We also went to USA to participate in the Genius Olympiad. Genius Olympiad is the second largest science fair in the United States of America. We had 4 students. All of the 4 got scholarships ranging from $10,000 to $15,000 US. And I'm very proud. We had a girl who got a bronze medal, Tino Tendanyoni. Her project was actually the 3rd best project in her category.
They have won in the Genius Olympiad in the USA in June 2024 and 2024 First Tech Robotics in Italy, among many other international competitions that they have participated in and scooped awards. The 14-year-old Braden Gnudu and 16-year-old Tawonga Musariri helped build a robot that won the Judges Award at the 2024 First Tech Robotics in Italy.
So it's basically a competition, right, where teams or countries are supposed to come up with different innovative ideas to solve a certain problem, right? So, like, the competition was based on picking up pixels, right? So you're supposed to design a robot that would be able to pick up pixels and dispose of them at a specific place.
So the gameplay for the first take challenge was called Center Stage, whereby our robot was supposed to pick up a maximum of 2 pixels and put them on a backdrop. A backdrop is more of like a board that is slanted. So on the backdrop, you were supposed to make what we call a mosaic, which is a pattern made of different pixels with different colors, right? We also had another mechanism that you could use to score points. That was the one of pushing the pixels, either using the front or the reverse. But then for our robot, we used the reverse one. And then we also had another task of hanging the robot. This is whereby we have a linear motion made of extrusions that will be able to hold, right, more of like a bar, and then it will lift itself up. So the main aim is to lift the robot. At the end of the game, the robot should not be touching the ground.
So the most challenging parts of the competition was basically when you had to actually learn how to interact with other countries, because some countries there was a language barrier, right? So you had to actually find ways and means to try to communicate, because some countries had other people who were actually knowledgeable on the first language, which is English, right? So that's how we managed to overcome the communication challenge.
Okay, so we managed to get the Judges Award. Okay, this was due to the fact that we impressed the judges, because we got our kit like a week before the competition. So the fact that we actually managed to work together as a team to bring up such a brilliant robot that was able to meet all the needs, we managed to scoop that one.
As a mentor, when these students are doing their projects, I'm not there to do it for them. I encourage them to research. We have provided with high-speed internet at the school by the school administration. So when students come to do their project, they research, they ask, and I'm there to facilitate, not to do the project for them.
Another student, Tinote Nanyoni, an 18-year-old student, also won a $15,000 scholarship to study at the Rochester Institute of Technology after participating in the Genius Olympiad in the USA.
Throughout this journey, we have showcased your unparalleled talents, your dedication, your passion for making the world a better place. That's our goal, is let's build a better future together, because if we want to save this world and make it a better, we all, even though we are different countries, had to get together and work together.
Recently, I got an opportunity to attend one of the second science fairs in the world named Genius Olympiad. There I managed to get a bronze medal, which was worth $15,000, and it was added to my scholarship at RIT, which is Rochester Institute of Technology, based in the US. Robotics is all about teamwork, collaboration, and cooperation. Okay, what I learned during this course is that one man cannot make up a team, but is a very crucial ingredient in the team. So during my process, I had to get help from many people, likes of Tadwana Shishangwa, who helped me with the coding part, and also Tanaka Mchikanda, who helped me with the motivation part. I would like to also thank my mentor, Mr. Mderere, who actually helped me so that I could pursue my goal and never give up on my project.
In July 2024, the club also traveled to the USA for the world-renowned Robotics Tech Tour. These are only a few of the awards that the college boasts of. The club's achievements have not gone unnoticed by local leaders. Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution for Manicaland, Advocate Mishek Mugadza, has been a vocal supporter of the club and was particularly impressed by their outstanding performance at the First Tech Robotics competition in Italy in March 2024.
We are very, very happy kuti vana vedu when they went to Italy for a competition on robotics, which is essentially artificial intelligence. They beat up schools from the first world. This is a clear sign that our education system in Zimbabwe is up to scratch. It has now reached what we would call dizzy heights.
We also had another task of launching a drone, which is more of like a paper plane. And we also have another one of hanging, whereby your robot has arms or extrusions that are supposed to hang on top of the trusses, and then it will lift itself up. So at the end of the game, your robot is not supposed to be touching the ground.
While the rest of the club members are busy designing and building robots, one student stands out for her celestial ambitions. 17-year-old Dinewa Soniwa has set her sights on space exploration, driven by a passion to uncover the secrets of the universe.
I would like to say I was captivated by the cosmos since I was a child. I remember watching the famous cartoon Star Trek, and it sparked my imagination and made me realize the endless possibilities in space exploration. My main aim is to contribute in the discovery of new exoplanets with habitable conditions, for example, Mars. The title of my project is Electrolyzing Carbon Dioxide to Oxygen on Mars, and this project delves into the electrolysis of carbon dioxide, splitting carbon dioxide molecules to form oxygen, which is going to be used to breathe on Mars, and then the carbon you're going to be using it to build infrastructure. I realized that the crucial step for us to actually go to Mars was oxygen, and there's no oxygen on Mars. So this is why I'm going to be electrolyzing the carbon dioxide that's actually there to oxygen. Okay. My involvement in the space exploration part is going to enhance my problem solving and technical skills. These will help me be more marketable and help me to be out there, since I'm going to have a project that actually works.
Behind the club's success is the college's director, who believes that by promoting gender equality in STEM education, this will inspire a new generation of female innovators and leaders in technology.
I am privy to the dreams and the vision of the proprietor of the Milestone group of schools. She is desirous to create a modern school that aligns with scientific approaches and also the search for knowledge and skills. In that respect, she has been instrumental in developing infrastructure at the school and also trying to create a school that concentrates on the empowerment of students. Milestone has come a long way. You probably have noticed the kind of development here. And when we talk about robotics, that is the quintessence of Milestone's vision. We have students who have traveled around Zimbabwe, associating with best practices, and also going outside the country in various competitions. In that respect, we want to acknowledge the collective effort of everyone associated with that dream that Milestone cherishes.
The club is committed to fostering innovation and technological advancement among the youth of Zimbabwe.
Robotics has really taught me how to communicate with other people, especially when you go for science fairs. For example, the African Science Fairs, where we had to explain our projects in a way that a one-year-old kid would understand our projects, which is something that as scientists we are not taught in class or anyway. So it has been a practical club that has taught me to communicate and how to interact with other people. And also it has boosted my confidence a lot, because I had to stand in big crowds explaining my projects, even to people who haven't done the subjects or have no background of whatever I'm doing. And I've made people understand it, which has improved my confidence and my communication skills. I think that's one of the biggest things that I've been taught by the club.
Well, looking at robotics, well, I'm a young lady who never liked to solve any problems. But by joining robotics, I've had so much interest and looking at challenges and looking for the solutions that we need to solve the problems. I'm looking at the analytical skills, being creative, being innovative, something that can help us change the world by using our modern technology.
To begin with, we encourage our students to form clubs that are viable, clubs that have got a future. And we have got several clubs so far that have done so well locally and regionally. So when I looked at this, when the young man came to my office, Mr. Buderere, saying he wanted to form the robotics club, I was very excited. And when I looked at him, he was very enthusiastic. And he was accompanied by 2 students with him who are all equally enthusiastic. Then because robotics has to deal with science, and he had 2 girl children. So I said to myself, this is the opportunity for the girl children to expose themselves to scientific knowledge and to also show the country that the female students can also do very well in science. I was so much inspired by their enthusiasm and their novelty. The club has got quite a number of girl children there, and who are doing so well. Recently, we had Tinote Danyoni, who went to America, and she won a scholarship. That actually motivated the other students, female students. STEM education is there to encourage girl children to do sciences, because normally people have got a phobia for sciences. Now, when they see another girl winning a scholarship, they will also want to join that.
There's a quote from Thomas Edison. He once said that there's nothing that is very difficult for anyone. And I'm looking at robotics. Many people say that when we're looking at computers, it's deployed to the boy child, but it's not something that girls should get to be demotivated. They should also go on, and if the opportunities are given to them, they should seize the opportunities. You never know, this opportunity can land you on the best seat that you have never expected to be on.
The college believes that introducing robotics to students can significantly enhance their problem-solving skills, creativity, and interest in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics fields.
When we started in our curriculum, we never thought of putting robotics. But I want to salute Dr. Muderere for coming up with this 2 years ago. At some point, it didn't really make sense to me, but since we now had to diversify into STEM, that's when the light of robotics really came into motion. And we are so grateful that we are now at this particular stance. Once again, thank you very much. My job here is to be working on the curriculum each and every day, promoting certain areas that are very innovative, that involves critical thinking, particularly to all our learners. And I'm excited that as a co-ed school, we really have had the girl child in the forefront with the robotics. Let me hasten to say the team actually has the majority of the members are ladies, 3/4, and they're following into the footsteps of the proprietor, who also happens to be a lady.
In line with this vision, the club has ventured into outreach programs to disadvantaged rural schools in Manicaland. This initiative aims to provide students in these areas with the opportunity to engage with cutting-edge technology, preparing them for future educational and career opportunities in the tech industry.
The club was formed just about 2 years ago. But so far, we have extended it to our primary school, which is a Milestone preparatory school. We have also thought of the marginalized schools. We have also incorporated Dumbang Secondary School, and we also have the Nyahuke Primary School. These are local schools that we have actually tried to sell the idea of the robotics to them, and they are so excited. The children and the teachers are so excited, and they are supporting the idea.
I am appreciative to Milestone Group of Schools for their role in inviting our school to do the partnership alongside Nyawukwe Primary for the robotics. So I understand robotics as artificial intelligence. It is the future for our Zimbabwe in terms of investing in machines and doing tasks that we as human beings cannot achieve. So I'm appreciative that Milestone has afforded our school opportunities that we haven't explored as a rural school. And myself as a teacher living with a disability, I feel Milestone has achieved the Vision 2030 that no one must be left behind.
On robotics, we learned a lot from Milestone. They introduced us to some practical aspect of coordinating electronics and machines. Our children really had a good time in doing the practical aspect, since they are all mainly used to theory. So at Milestone, they learned the hands-on approach. I'd like to thank Milestone very much because of all the schools in Manicaland, not only in Makoni, but Manicaland as well.
We have gone an extra mile. We just don't want Milestonians to enjoy this. We are now currently working on an outreach program, and I'm so excited that we have some of the personnel from the two schools that we have roped into this game.
I give my extreme gratitude to Milestone College for training me and introducing me into this club called Robotics. I've been learning a lot, and I'm also optimistic into learning and dig more into the field of robotics. The most challenging part of learning robotics was my background in which I grew up with no technology, in which I tried to challenge myself into grasping the new technological and computers so that I can know how it works, how to interact and interfere with the computers, as well as to know more about the computers and the ICT gadgets. Robotics can be so useful in our community by investing them under the field of agriculture, where they can be used for harvesting, packaging fruits, and even selling them, the fruits, to the people on the market. They can be also useful to locate crimes.
The Robotics Club success has inspired a new generation of students and left a lasting legacy on the school and community. They are now recruiting younger students like Zoe Muderere, who is doing a grade 6 at a Milestone Preparatory School.
So my project is based on the coexistence of humans and elephants, whereby we will be trying to make collars and ear tags that would alert the farmers that the elephants are approaching their land, and then the farmers will quickly take action by planting citrus fruits which would irritate them, or planting cherry fruits which would irritate their eyes or ears. The farmers would also beat drums which will scare the elephants.
The power of teamwork, innovation and determination is written all over the story of Milestone College's Robotics and Space Exploration Club.
Our vision is to make Makoni district a robotic district, and we actually want to acknowledge the presence of the DSI for the Makoni district. He is supporting us, and our vision is by year 2030 the whole of Makoni district will be singing robotics, will be talking robotics.
The club is taking a pioneering role in education and innovation. And let me take education and innovation to be the same as heritage-based education 5.0, which was introduced recently and is premised on teaching, research, community service, innovation, as well as industrialization. And so to speak, this club is coming up with entrepreneurial skills so as to develop job creators. So it's taking a role that is quite pioneering in the country, first of all in the district, the country, the region SADC, as well as Africa, because we see our products, we see our students getting to Europe, in Italy, where they compete with international students on STEM issues. The club's outreach program is important. It broadens the participation of marginalized schools, marginalized students, encompassing them, bringing them into the fore, so that it does dovetail in onto the mantra of the nation, which says no one should be left behind, no place and therefore no school is left behind. Diverse opportunities exist for the club to collaborate with other schools and other stakeholders in the district. First and foremost, as MOPS, Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education, we foster collaboration amongst schools, amongst peer schools, stakeholders, through science exhibitions, through programs like SASAF, schools' annual science and arts festivals, where we want to have exit profiles from students, so that the students will be able to leave school with certain skills that are helpful for them, skills that will make them earners as job creators.
Against all odds, they have achieved triumph and inspired the Zimbabwean science community. They aspire to transform the educational landscape of rural Manicaland and pave the way for a technologically empowered generation.
A school operates with three key stakeholders: the parents, the students, and the teachers. We have dynamic teachers who are fully qualified. We also have students who are desirous to chart a course in their lives that is productive. And so Milestone has been able to facilitate the acquisition of knowledge. But we want to recognize particularly the effort of the parents. These parents have gone out of their way to support the school. Whenever we've arranged trips in Zimbabwe and beyond, they've been there for us to assist us in our endeavors. The director of the Milestone Group of Schools is herself very, very creative, and she wants to extend that creativity to her students. This is why you find the students engaging in such activities as robotics and the science. And in fact, recently when I was talking to her, she was talking about a science hub that seems to be an area where she will begin to concentrate her efforts. If we are establishing a science hub, we are moving towards some of the most modern schools, not just in Zimbabwe, but in the world as a whole.
Our school runs according to the Christian values. We have got, when we talk about Christianity, we are talking about compassion, we are talking about love, and the students and the teacher, the patron, are also showing this compassion and love to these other disadvantaged schools. So it's very much in line with our values. And if you look at our the acronym Milestone, one of them is love. The L stands for love, and the I is integrity. So we are trying to sell this and show this to the community. The M stands for masterclass teaching and learning. The I stands for integrity. The L stands for loyalty or love. Then the E stands for empathy. On to the S, spiritual. T, that's time management. O, openness. N, novelty. And E, excellence. This club is actually viable. Some might think that it's difficult to start such a club, but I tell you, equipped with the enthusiastic teachers and the learners, is very, very much viable, and you can do it. So the whole thing is, the idea is we need to support these teachers and young learners.
We are saying robotics is for everyone. They should not be shy to study this thing, but they need to start small. You don't just start from a big robotics club. You start small and you move on. But we are saying, let's encourage all these students, let's encourage all these schools to come up with robotics club. Because at the end, we want to come up with what we call a robotics league. So if we involve everyone in Manicaland, if we involve every school in Zimbabwe, like soccer, it has got its own league. So if we involve all the schools in Zimbabwe, we can actually come up with a robotics league, and at the end of the season, we are saying this school is the one that is going to represent the country.